I'm not gonna lie, theme park food can be boring, but if you're looking in the right places, it's not. What if you want something totally new, totally different, and something that you can't get anywhere else? Well, we've got you covered. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Today we're going to share with you the best things to eat in Magic Kingdom that you will only find in Magic Kingdom. That's right, all these items are exclusive to the OG Florida park that started it all. Magic Kingdom wasn't always known for having some of the best snacks in Disney World, but this park has really stepped up its game over the last few years, especially for the 50th anniversary celebration. So lately we've been trading out our regular hamburger for the adorable wild-toed Brat burger, or our standard theme park ice cream cone for one of the Snow White themed 7 Dwarfs cones. Standard theme park eats are no longer standard, my friends. You just have to know where to look. So it's time we tell you about our top favorite snacks that are exclusive to Magic Kingdom. Now, want a copy of this list without wasting time taking notes? We got you. Go to disneyfoodblog.com/MK only to get all these snacks, or at least the info on all these snacks, sent right to your inbox. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start with my favorite thing in Magic Kingdom right now. This is brand new for the 50th anniversary, and I just spent a little time alone with this in the Magic Kingdom on my last trip a couple weeks ago. We're talking about Wendell's Bear Claw at Westward Ho! Refreshments in Frontierland. This is a traditional bear claw that's dipped in chocolate and sprinkled with hazelnuts. It's also filled with chocolate hazelnut filling, which makes this treat even more delicious. Now, in case you didn't know, a bear claw is a yeast-raised pastry like a type of Danish and a shape that resembles a bear claw. And of course, Wendell is a bear. To add to the presentation, it comes served in the new 50th anniversary paper. This is pretty cute, and we love this simple but tasty treat. The texture was nice and flaky. Like I said, I thought this was fantastic. It's really my favorite thing in Magic Kingdom right now, and I would definitely order again, especially with a cup of coffee first thing in the morning. Maybe take it on over to Tom Sawyer Island, sit on a rocking chair, and just relax and enjoy. You can get this one for $6.29. Next up is another treat I happen to have on the same day that I had the bear claw recently. These are the Hush Puppies. Now, my mother loves Hush Puppies. Why? I don't know. Maybe she's a Southern girl at heart, even though she grew up in New York. And I never understood what all the fuss was about with Hush Puppies until I was a grown adult. These are phenomenal, and they're less than $5. You can get them at Columbia Harbor House in Liberty Square as a side dish, and they're a perfectly classic side dish for the seafood at this restaurant, but they can easily be a snack all on their own. Nice and crispy on the outside, thick and doughy and corny on the inside. They're deep-fried golden cornmeal balls, and they're complete with those whole corn pieces inside, and they add just a hint of sweetness to the savory snack. Looking for more tasty snacks under $5? Well, we've got an entire video of budget-friendly snacks under $5, so make sure you check out that video after this one. Okay, let's talk about the Disneyland staple that's finally made its way back into Disney World. Now, those of you who are old school Disney World fans know that there was a Monte Cristo sandwich in Disney World at one point, but it's been gone for a really, really long time. Well, now a Monte Cristo sandwich is back on the menu in Magic Kingdom at the Plaza restaurant in Main Street. Now, this is, if you've never had a Monte Cristo, allow me to indoctrinate you, basically. This is a deep-fried in funnel cake batter sandwich with house-made bacon, roasted turkey, and provolone. Usually a Monte Cristo sandwich is a sandwich that has got some sort of meat and cheese inside, and it is deep fried. Now, it's not always deep fried in funnel cake batter, which gives it an extra sweetness. It's so good. And then the sandwich is sprinkled with powdered sugar and usually served with a side of preserves. Here at the Magic Kingdom, it's served with a side of strawberry jam. Now, this is one of our favorite 50th anniversary additions to Magic Kingdom. It's cheesy, it's greasy, it's delicious. I absolutely adored it. Sadly, I had to share it with a couple of friends. I wish I hadn't had to. I would have eaten the whole thing by myself. Now, it's really hard to compare to the original version in Disneyland because that is an excellent sandwich, but this was very close, even though it was different. I love that funnel cake batter addition. That's awesome. Definitely it's worth a try if it sounds like something you'd enjoy. Now, there was a price increase on this one recently. It used to be $18, now it's $20 according to the Plaza Restaurant's menu. It definitely isn't one of the cheaper options on this list. It's not just a snack. You do want to make a dining reservation and go eat lunch at the Plaza or dinner at the Plaza to get this, but it is truly delicious. It is one of my my favorite things to eat in Magic Kingdom, and it is exclusive to Magic Kingdom. Okay, so everything comes back to the Wendell's Bear Claw, and also over at Westward Ho in Frontierland, you can get that candied bacon skewer in Magic Kingdom. So I just re-ate this one from when we first found it several years ago. This one goes on and off the menu as well, so it may not be there when you're there, but it is there right now. This is a huge, very, very thick piece of bacon. It's served with potato chips, kind of makes it a whole meal. And even though the flavor of the bacon is outstanding, with the candied coating giving the whole thing like a sweet and savory, like bacon and maple syrup kind of vibe, if that's what you're into, which is totally what I'm into. But note that the bacon is very, very thick, so the texture isn't as crispy as you'd think. If you are someone like my mom who wants her bacon overdone at the breakfast restaurant, that's not what this is. This is going to be more chewy bacon than crispy bacon, which I love because it's got all that fattiness to it. It's almost more like a pork belly than a slice of bacon. So think of it more along the pork belly side of the spectrum. We'll say that, side of the spectrum of, pork treats. So it's still bacon. It's super tasty, very savory, but with that candied, almost mapley coating, which is so, so good and gives it so much depth of flavor. I just adore it. It's real good, and you can try it for $9.99. Okay, now we're heading over to a couple more traditional items that are exclusive to Magic Kingdom, but I definitely want to tell you about them. First up is the warm cinnamon roll at Gaston's Tavern. If you're looking for a tasty and filling breakfast, you gotta try this cinnamon roll. It is massive. Now you may be thinking, AJ, I can get a cinnamon roll anywhere, but Magic Kingdom takes these treats to the next level. First of all, it's huge, definitely the size of a barge, as Gaston would say. You can definitely split this one between two people. I actually recommend that you do. And the icing on this cinnamon roll is really what sets it apart from others. The thick and creamy icing here has a little hint of maple flavor, which is what makes it different from the old school cinnamon rolls at Main Street Bakery before Starbucks took it over. Now, here's a tip that you need to do. Definitely ask for an extra cup of icing on this one. Sometimes people complain that this cinnamon roll is a little dry on the inside. I've had a few that are dry, I've had some that aren't, but if yours is, a little extra cup of icing is always going to help. And you can enjoy this one for $6.79. Also over at Gaston's Tavern is another exclusive treat, LeFou's Brew. This is a nice, cold, non-alcoholic brew. It's actually kind of like a frozen apple juice. It's flavored with marshmallows for sweetness and topped with a creamy passion fruit foam, which doesn't sound like it should work, but it does kind of work. And that passion fruit foam, of course, is on top to make it more like ale because you're, at Gaston's Tavern. So you get this treat to let your kid pretend they're drinking beer, I guess. Now, it is non-alcoholic, so this one can be enjoyed by everybody, including the kids. And I think the kids will really like this one because the marshmallow makes it pretty sweet. They also love this one if they're big fans of Beauty and the Beast because this is served in a souvenir LeFou's Brew Stein featuring Gaston. The price for this one is $12.99 with the souvenir Stein, or you can get it without the souvenir Stein for $6.29. By the way, the souvenir Stein is kind of plastic and not super high quality, so I don't know if you want to pay $6 for it. And by the way, while we're at Gaston's, keep an eye on the menu for the gray stuff cupcake. We used to be able to snag this one at Gaston's for $5.49, but it's been removed from the menu to make room for the 50th anniversary specialty Donald Duck Dome cake. So I'm hopeful this one will come back. It was the only place you could get the gray stuff, except for getting that coveted reservation at Be Our Guest restaurant. So I hope it does come back onto the menu after the 50th anniversary. Keep an eye out. Speaking of the 50th anniversary, it may have booted our gray stuff cupcake, but it did bring a few fun treats that are exclusive to Magic Kingdom that you definitely want to try. The first grouping on our list are the Snow White themed treats, the Seven Dwarfs cone and the Snow White cone over at Storybook Treats in Fantasyland. So there are 7 unique soft serve cones based on each of the 7 dwarfs that you can find on a rotating basis. Flavors change along with the dwarfs. So for instance, the Dock cone is a caramel and chocolate espresso soft serve twist with a yellow white chocolate belt buckle and a Dock medallion, and it's all served in a small waffle cone. And what about everyone's favorite sourpuss? The Grumpy cone is an unexpectedly delicious cranberry vanilla swirl. So these aren't just your typical vanilla and chocolate soft serve treats. They're actually pretty interesting, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the dwarfs are when they are released. And there's no set schedule for which cone will be available each day because, they have to change the flavors in their machines and they still have to be able to serve the other flavors that are on the menu. So they only have one per day and you never really know who it's gonna be. But you can try whoever it is for $5.99. Now, if you want to try one of the fairest cones of them all in Magic Kingdom, it may be the Snow White cone. Just like the Seven Dwarfs cone, the Snow White cone can be found at Storybook Treats, but this one is slightly more expensive at $6.49, and it's always available as far as I know. The Snow White cone is lemon Dole Whip, which we love, one of my favorite Dole Whip flavors, and a blue colored sugar cone topped with a chocolate bird and a sugar bow. It's very cute, it's simple, it's refreshing, and it jumped to the top of our list of favorite 50th anniversary snacks in Magic Kingdom. So if those flavors sound like something you'd enjoy, definitely recommend these. All right, now next door, if you want to eat something that watches you as you eat it, it's not as intense as it sounds, head over to the Friar's Nook in Fantasyland and try the Wild Toad Brat Burger. This one is inspired, of course, by the retired attraction Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which is actually still open for guests to ride in Disneyland, thank goodness. It was brought in to celebrate the 50th anniversary since this ride was an opening day attraction in Fantasyland 50 years ago. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can get a burger anywhere in Disney World, AJ. Well, that may be true, but you can't get this burger anywhere but Magic Kingdom. It's no ordinary burger either. This is a Brat Burger, which is ground pork, in case you didn't know, and it is served on a bun with lettuce, tomato, pickle, and American cheese. But the best part? The burger actually looks like Mr. Toad's face with olive eyes and a pickle tongue. We felt weird eating Mr. Toad's face, but we got over it because it was really good. It tastes like a typical brat, but it was cooked pretty well. The pickle, tomato, and lettuce all tasted very fresh, and they were nice and crisp. Now, we liked this burger more than the average Disney World burger, and getting to eat a burger that looked like a character from an opening day attraction that's one of my very favorites makes it even better. So you can try this one with a side of crunchy tater tots for $12.99. Next on our list is the Spoon for One More, which of course is a Haunted Mansion inspired snack at Columbia Harbor House in Liberty Square. The name Spoon for One More is inspired by the saying that there's always room for one more in the Haunted Mansion. Any volunteers? Well, I'll volunteer to eat this tasty snack again. Now, this is super exciting because they used to have bread bowls at Columbia Harbor House for soups, and then they got taken off the menu. Well, this is sort of our bread bowl renaissance for the Magic Kingdom. Disneyland's got bread bowls all over the place. Magic Kingdom does not. So this one is New England clam chowder served in a black sourdough bread bowl. The black color comes from food coloring, but it doesn't change the taste or texture at all. This is a really hearty soup, and the addition of the bread makes it even more filling, but you can just order the soup without the bread bowl if you prefer. I don't know why you would, but there you go. You can enjoy the Spoon for One More for $7.49, or you can order the clam chowder only for $6.79. And if you're a huge Haunted Mansion fan like us, you could also check out the Stretch Portrait Push Pop over at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments. This treat has layers of cake, chocolate crumbs, buttercream, and chocolate pearls for $5.49, both exclusive to Magic Kingdom right now. Now, it would not be a Magic Kingdom snacks video without mentioning Dole Whip at Aloha Isle in Adventureland, right? Okay, well, which one should you choose? Because there's a lot of new treats right now, and we highly recommend the Tropical Serenade. This one is a tasty treat with a generous serving of coconut Dole Whip, one of our favorites, swirled into a cup of the Disney famous Pog juice, passion fruit, orange, and guava juice. To finish off this delicious float is an upside-down pineapple cake pop tucked into the soft serve. So this Tiki Room themed float is 3 great treats in one, and it would be a great option for anyone who loves tropical flavors. This one replaced another crowd favorite, the Kakamora float, which was a coconut soft serve in pineapple juice with citrusy blue curacao syrup and topped with a delicious Kakamora chocolate cake pop. We loved the Kakamora float, but we think the Tropical Serenade is just as delicious and refreshing. In fact, I actually prefer the pineapple cake pop that comes with the Tropical Serenade over the chocolate cake pop that came with the Kakamora. If you need more reasons to try this float, the Tropical Serenade is actually ranked #1 out of all the 50th anniversary treats in Magic Kingdom when we did our poll. You can try our favorite treat over there at Aloha Isle for $7.49, and Aloha Isle can get pretty busy, especially in the middle of the day when it's really hot outside, so definitely mobile order this one if the lines are really long. Okay, going back to some tried and true favorites that are exclusive to Magic Kingdom that you've got to get. Spring rolls may not be your first thought when you think of theme park food, but they will be once you try these. The Spring Roll Wagon is located near the entrance to Adventureland, and these spring rolls are worth all the hype they've been getting. I know some of you disagree, and that's okay if you want to put that in the comments, but I think they're pretty great, despite their outrageous price tag. Now, this cart serves unique flavors like cheeseburger spring rolls, which are meaty, cheesy spring rolls that taste like a fast food cheeseburger, but surrounded in a golden crispy shell instead of a bun. Usually, the spring roll cart will offer cheeseburger spring rolls along with one other specialty spring roll. The specialty flavors will rotate, but others we've enjoyed include the bacon, macaroni, and cheese spring rolls, Reuben spring rolls, pepperoni pizza spring rolls, and buffalo chicken spring rolls. Currently, the specialty spring roll is the 50th celebration spring roll, which is filled with pastrami and pepper jack. This one is served with a mustard dipping sauce. So you get 2 spring rolls with your order, and you can get 2 of the same or one of each. The price is $9.50 for the two. Yes, I said it was outrageous. Now let's talk waffles. Picture a sandwich, but now make the bread a sweet waffle. Great, right? Perfect. Well, then it's time to try the Nutella and fresh fruit waffle sandwich or the sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich at Sleepy Hollow Refreshments in Liberty Square. This place is so great. It is such a sleeper hit. Get it? Sleepy Hollow. Get it? Oh, yeah. CAJ sometimes makes a joke that's funny. No, when we asked the team what their favorite thing to eat in Magic Kingdom was, the Nutella and fresh fruit waffle sandwich came up multiple times. This one is a classic Belgian waffle topped with a slather of rich chocolatey Nutella and then smothered with fresh strawberries, blueberries, and banana. While this one can sometimes be enjoyed all day, you may find that it's only being served at breakfast, which is before 11 a.m. So if this is a must-try for you, prioritize this in your morning plans to ensure you can try it. The price here is $8.49. Now, if you're looking for a more savory and sweet sandwich, try the sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. This one is a deep-fried battered chicken breast ladled with some tasty sweet and spicy sauce, topped with a crunchy, tangy slaw, and placed in a golden waffle. Over the years, this one's come and gone from the menu, but these days it's been more consistently available, which we think is great because this one is tasty and very, very filling. It's also very shareable. This one comes with house-made chips to make this a complete meal, and the price is $11.29. Now, while we're going down a rabbit hole of the best exclusive Magic Kingdom snacks, it's only fitting we talk about the Cheshire Cat Tail at Cheshire Cafe in Fantasyland. Raise your hand in the comments if you have tried this already. I know a lot of you haven't because you think it's just a chocolate Danish and that's it, but there's so much more to this and it's so good. There's drizzles of pink and purple icing to resemble the mysterious and charming Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite characters in all of Disney canon, British literature. Now, this one may be one of the more simple ones on our list, but simple isn't always a bad thing. A lighter pastry is a safer choice than a bunch of heavy fried food if you're about to go on Space Mountain or Astro Orbiter. Now, we recommend pairing this pastry with a cold brew coffee if it's on the cafe's menu during your visit, and you can enjoy the Cheshire Cat Tail for $5.79. Also, just a heads up, if the Cheshire Cafe isn't open, you might find the Cheshire Cat Tail at Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe in Tomorrowland, which is just steps away from the Cheshire Cafe. Now, this next one is another one of my very, very favorites. This is going into my little scrapbook of AJ treats that I try every time I'm in Magic Kingdom. Stop by Main Street Confectionery on your way in or out of Magic Kingdom for the peanut butter cookie pie. This one is for the peanut butter lovers out there for sure. It's basically a huge, soft, very thick peanut butter cookie topped with chocolate frosting. And the main purpose of the frosting, besides making this a Reese's lover's dream come true, is to affix a handful of peanut butter M&Ms on top of the whole thing. There's also a bunch of peanut butter chips baked throughout the cookie base, which adds some nice texture and even more peanut butter flavor. Some people say this is a great treat, and I say this is a great breakfast or midnight snack. And don't forget to use my new snack hack. I know everybody probably knew this except me, but you can mobile order this one for pickup after the park closes so that you can snack on the way back to the hotel. You can try this one for $5.49. It's a great deal, I think. This thing is huge. Don't forget you can mobile order at the confectionery if the lines get too long. And I'm going to give you a very, very, very good tip right now. This is something called creamy bacon macaroni and cheese tots. Who doesn't want something called creamy bacon macaroni and cheese tots, right? How do you even have creamy bacon? I don't know. I don't know why they call it creamy bacon. It's not creamy bacon. It's creamy macaroni and cheese with bacon and tots. It's incredible. And I'm very intrigued if anyone has a actual recipe for something called creamy bacon. Anyway, it's over at Friar's Nook along with that Toad Brat burger in Fantasyland. Now, it's a generous serving of super creamy mac and cheese topped with bacon and sour cream. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's extra sour cream. That's why it's called creamy bacon. I don't know. But it's garnished with green onions. The whole thing is over a bunch of golden tater tots. Now, this is a great option for sharing, so you can save room for more Magic Kingdom exclusive snacks. If you prefer the mac and cheese without the tater tots, you could opt for the creamy bacon macaroni and cheese on its own. Both are great, but we're a little partial to the version with the crunchy tots. A side of just tots and cheese is available too. The price for the creamy bacon macaroni and cheese tots is $11.49. For just the creamy bacon macaroni and cheese, the price is $10.49. So you just have to pay an extra buck for the tots. I don't know why you wouldn't. Just for the tots and cheese, the price is $5.29. Okay, so all of these are exclusive snacks to Magic Kingdom. They are all delicious. They are all definitely must-gets. So I hope you have more than one day scheduled in Magic Kingdom because there's no way you can eat all of this in one day. Don't forget to grab your copy of all the info I just shared at disneyfoodblog.com/mkonly so you have it all handy during your trip. We'll also sign you up for our newsletter, which is totally free and gets you all kinds of updated Disney news all the time. So what'd you think? Did our list convince you that Magic Kingdom has way more than just your average theme park food? We still love the standard theme park items like the basic churros and buttered popcorn, but when we want something interesting and different, these are our go-tos. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't eat basic churros or buttered popcorn very much anymore when I'm in the parks. I always go for these exclusive things. Now, we can't wait to see what new snacks arrive in Magic Kingdom in the future, and when they do arrive, we will keep you posted. Thanks for listening, and thanks for watching. As always, I'm AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.